Now we're going to move to new business, Triton data agreement.
The actual data agreement was added on Monday. This is an agreement that Triton's working out with all of the communities and high schools. It serves not only the high schools, but also the feeder schools. This is just a first read. The changes you see in here are ones both submitted from Triton and then from our attorneys. I don't think, Mary Ann, again, the changes didn't show up in when you loaded it into board book. So Mary Ann can update this and make sure it's updated for a second one. But some of the things that I struck is that if we're going to share data, if you look at 4.0, it looks like you accepted the changes, Mary Ann, and then, or it didn't show. Okay, so we'll get you the copy that shows you the changes, but like under, the big thing for me was under 4.0 in the contract, they had also requested like phone numbers, address, and email addresses and stuff, and I said if it's truly a study, I want to make sure that it's protected and it's just sharing academic information, not personal information. So I struck all that. That might be what happened, is that it accepted all the changes, because that's why you don't see a lot of them. Because like under name, it had address, phone number, email address. I don't think we should be releasing any of that.
No.
I don't want it to turn into a recruitment. So that was one of our biggest concern. The rest of the stuff, the attorneys, actually the attorney that helped me with these changes is also doing it for a few of the other high schools.
Who was that?
Jackie Werns from Franzen.
Okay.
So I don't know if this will eventually get passed. They were going to take the changes. I just sent the changes I suggested to them at the end of last week, so I would imagine this will sit on our agenda for at least another meeting or two.
Okay. Can I make two suggestions for you to think about while you're regurgitating this? One is, it seems to me we should want, because we're taking a bit of a risk giving all this data to another body if there was ever breached, some kind of commitment that there's a certain number of schools that are involved in the study before we agree to send the data. Whatever number you're comfortable with, 5, 10, 20 or something, that we're just not the only ones sending the data. And the second thing is it talks about a study, but there's no deliverable or timeline. So it seems to me there should be some language about they're actually going to produce some kind of report or data that is of some value to us, or why are we taking, again, the time and the risk of sending them all this data.
Okay. All right, duly noted. Now we're going to go into closed session for everybody, so we're going to talk about personnel, sale, lease of property, litigation, superintendent evaluation. We thank Gary Prokes for coming out tonight to help us tape this. We really appreciate, Gary, your help on that, and I know this is not good weather, but hopefully we won't have any floods, and we'll be right with that. So do I have, at this point we go to visitors' comments. Anybody want to speak tonight? All right, seeing none, let's, we had no discussion items. Do I have a motion to go into closed session?
Resolved that the Board of Education, Township High School District 208, Cook County, Illinois, enters closed session for the purpose of considering appointment, employment, or dismissal of employees, sale or lease of property, litigation, and superintendent's evaluation. Does that cover it?
Yeah, I think so. Do I have a second? Second by Gary Gritchen. Mary Ann?
Dr. King?
Yes.
Mr. Walsh?
Yes.
Mr. Welch?
Yes.
Mr. Richmond?
Yes.
Ms. Ruska? Yes. Mr. Jefferson?
Yes.
Mr. Senior?
Yes. All right, we're done. Thank you very much.